towards the end of yesterday, Andy, I'm sitting by him all day, and he's just saying, whatever you discern from the Lord, go for it. And there wasn't a lot, when communion happened, and I just had this fear of, do people understand the seriousness of 1 Corinthians 11, that you can die from taking communion? This is New Testament. Get up there, warn them. Okay. And then later in the day, I told him, I go, this day's been rushed. We said a lot. I believe the Lord's going to use a lot of that. And I know we've got an agenda and we got to get out by a certain time, but I feel like he wants us to wait on him and to be quiet, and we can be quick to speak and slow to listen. And waiting on the Lord in this generation is very difficult. In a time when you want answers immediately, and, I wasn't even supposed to be here, and just, I realized, I do have a gap. Mike had asked me yesterday, so I'm texting while I'm speaking at another prayer breakfast thing, and, I could maybe get there by 11. Okay, it's like, wait, it's taking them 2 minutes to get back to me? Am I coming or not? In that type of situation, this is the world we live in, and the ability to wait and to be quiet before the Lord, which I believe he wants from us. This is an act of worship, to be quiet and to just tremble and not feel like I need to tell God what to do next and what I expect from him. And it is, and I see that. I love that verse in the book of Job where Job finally realizes, because he had a clear view of God, that he says, I'm just going to put my hand over my mouth because I've been rattling stuff for 35 chapters with my friends. And sometimes the most worshipful thing we can do is just sit at his temple and gaze at his beauty. And we have to get better at that. There's a be still and know that I am the Lord. I'm going to exalt myself. Incense in my name will be burned in every place, a pure offering. So I will do that. And sometimes, especially our generation, we need to learn to be quiet and just sit and stare, and that would be the most worshipful thing we could do. And we're losing that. And no knock on anyone last night, but and it's hard in a stadium event and everything else, but you just saw the wrestle of, let me see if we can do 2 minutes of silence, and we couldn't do it. Some did, but we really didn't pull it off. And it shows me how difficult it is to do the very thing, which is the one thing, to just sit in his temple and gaze at his beauty without saying anything and just recognizing him in heaven. And I don't have to say anything. I just need to posture myself and be still and understand whose presence I'm in. And I think last night was showing us we're not real good at that. My daughter at a Christian university, their assignment a couple years ago was just be silent for 7 minutes in the presence of God. And she said, Dad, people could not do it. None of my friends were making it through. They go, 7 minutes of quiet? This is in a Christian university. This is the world we're living in. And so I feel like that message is for us in this room. We're used to a lot of stimulation, even amidst the brethren and in our gatherings, that we need to learn to be quiet and wait upon the Lord again.
Amen.